Welcome back in. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And we are Midwest Mics coming back at you live from the Hy-Vee Arena. It's been a while since we've been in studio, but we are back. Even a little rusty there on the open.
Last time we did a show, we were at we did a baseball game. That was really fun.
Yeah.
A little hot, but that was all good. So back in studio, which is cool. We have one of our favorite guests on, which is really cool also. So, yeah, pumped to be back.
Yeah, we got Jim Bly up running the boards again, as always, and our guest, one of the all-time favorite guests on the Midwest Mike Show, great friend, DJ Pittel. He is the head football coach at Central High School, not far from where we sit right now, right here in KC Mo. So, DJ, thanks for coming out.
Man, I'm excited to be here. Studio looks great, and I'm super excited to be the first guest when you all get back in here. Honored, truly.
Yeah, man, just like a lot of other things, COVID put us kind of on a pause and a holding pattern and messed a lot of things up. But here we are, and, there's nobody we'd rather have than sitting in that chair right there than you.
I'm excited to be here.
Lots of excitement.
This is going to be awesome.
So when we had you on the show last, you were kind of first taking over at Central.
Yep.
So why don't you kind of just get our viewers up to speed on – you're going into your third season.
Yes, sir.
And we all know that Central, coaches say it all the time, that it's about more than football. High school coaches were coaching more than football. I mean, nobody lives that more than you do at Central High School, about more than football. So why don't you kind of catch us up on how the first 2 years have been and how you feel going into this third.
Right. We're excited to have year three. The first two seasons – we compiled a 4-16 record. I was able to get 5 young men a chance to play small college football. In fact, this year, our best player, Walter Taylor, is up at Peru State. They are going to give him a chance to play a little bit of quarterback. He's fifth string right now, but also penciled in as a starting kick returner. And for a kid who was 129 pounds when I met him, to be 170 pounds going to Peru State, he also was the first interscholastic league quarterback to start the Missouri-Kansas All-Star game in the last 27 years that it's existed. I was honored to be on that on the staff with Coach Leon Douglas, and coaching in that Missouri-Kansas All-Star game was absolutely fantastic. It's fantastic just for the fact that the stadium was packed, right? Like we didn't have any fans last year. I mean, a lot of people, we didn't have any fans. In fact, at Central, we weren't allowed to be in the building, so it was Pop Warner for these kids.
Yeah.
Like we gave them the equipment bags, put everything in the equipment bag, and you just got to bring your stuff every day. So we dressed outside and, fought through the elements, and sometimes it rained, sometimes it was hot, but we did what we had to do. And the kids are starting to understand a little bit more about football. So when I talk about a little bit more about football, understanding where they're lining up is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, they're now starting to watch football. So I was talking about, the kids were talking about having a little swag, and I was like, well, it originated with the U, and just the blank stares. The absolute blank stares of, what do you mean the U? Like, you what? I was like,
yeah,
the U, and so they all have a homework assignment this weekend. They all got to get on Netflix or YouTube and watch the 30 for 30s about the U part 1 and part 2, right? Because they were talking about it, and I was like, you guys really don't know about, like, it makes you wonder, it makes you think about how old you are.
Yeah.
When there's certain, like, movie references you can't use anymore because the kids don't know the movies.
Right.
Like, when we talk about pass protection, we always talk about, I use the Top Gun reference about, stay with your wingman, Maverick, and they're like, who?
Yeah.
What?
I remember.
Who's Maverick, Coach? And you're like, ow.
Yeah, I remember a coach, when I was coming up, he would reference it in pass pro. He's like, yeah, be like the Fonz. You're cool.
Oh, man,
you're kind of hanging, And I mean, I bet if you said that to a kid now, they'd have no idea.
If I don't use like an anime character or somebody, like, I don't even know, like TikTok or something like that, like, our kids are just like, what?
Who's that?
Who's that?
What are you talking about? Oh, that was way back in 2001. Wait, that's 20 years ago. Oh, my God.
That's exactly
Dude,
right,
yeah.
Austin. We talk about using two hands catching the football because I always say if you want to catch it one-handed, as soon as you get your shoe deal,
Yeah.
you can catch it any way you want to. But until you sign with a shoe company, you're going to catch it with two hands. And then I bring up, and they go, Coach, are we going to watch old football again? Yes, we are. This is Calvin Johnson. This is Jerry Rice. This is Michael Irvin. This is Chris Carter. This is Larry Fitzgerald. And they're like, this is old, though. Like, they didn't.
Hey, Fitzgerald's still playing.
He's still playing. But to them, 17 years ago was like before they were born.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh.
That is crazy, though, that like the Calvin Johnson reference. You think about it now, you're like, I was like, oh, yeah, Calvin Johnson. I'm like, wait, he just got in the Hall of Fame. Wait a minute. He's been retired that long? I remember drafting him and using him in my fantasy league.
Who didn't?
You know,
They said he was like I think they said the second youngest player ever inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like, I think Gale Sayers was the other one.
Yeah.
There's a stat. There's a number that came out that said that Calvin Johnson played his whole high school, college, and pro career all while Tom Brady was still in the league. Like the whole time he did the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, okay, so that puts that in perspective. So
yeah, it is crazy. Like the time, like we just don't realize. Like I'm gonna be 50 in September, and you're like, wow, I'm gonna be 50.
Yeah.
1971 was a long time ago. 67 would be a long time ago too.
I mean, that was a really long time ago.
Just this last weekend. I mean, I had my 20-year high school reunion. So it's like when that was all, when they were in the planning phases, it's like, wait a minute, that hasn't been 20. It has been 20 years. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm 38, so it makes sense. The math's there. Like,
right?
You don't realize.
You just don't realize it, and the way the time passes. And to think that this is going to be my third year at Central, it's just a blessing to be there. And and today was a struggle. I'm not going to lie. Today we had one of those old Central days where we had to leave the field early today. Things going on in the community. We got to
Mm-hmm.
And the things that are going on in the community is us not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Where's the football helmet? You brought a football helmet last time.
Oh
yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
We did. This year we are painting our helmets silver. So we have the silver helmet with still the big block ring.
Gary will like you with silver helmet.
Yeah, silver helmet. Yeah,
silver helmet is very cool.
Yeah, that's a.
Do you know what color silver it is, Gary Carl?
Dallas Cowboys silver.
It is Raider silver.
Oh, Raider silver.
And I said that out loud.
Hold on.
How can a Chiefs fan?
Look at the camera and say it.
I did say Raiders silver.
Yeah, how can a Chiefs fan? But I mean, I guess it's. Make sacrifices for the kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
And
right?
I mean, I'm sure it looks great.
It looks fantastic. We got a alternate gray jersey. We got a royal blue jersey, a white jersey. And it's just something to help recruit the kids back because we have to make our kids think that it's something. Oh my God.
DJ?
Yes, sir.
Is it Las Vegas, L.A., or Oakland? Raiders silver.
Oh yeah.
Oxnard.
Oxnard. There you go.
When they go to the Cowboys. So for our guys seeing this, like, we've been absolutely blessed. There's a law firm in town called D. Pasquale and Moore. Okay. And Mike D. Pasquale went out last year and heard about KCK not playing football. So he decided that he and his company, Pasquale and Moore Law Firm, are going to donate $5,000 per team for the next 4 years. So that's $100,000, right? And so we were able to buy more stuff. We're getting stuff like I got a sled. Right?
That's awesome.
I was like, yes, got money for a sled. Got money for more shoulder pads. And what did I do? One of the things that I can't stand with these kids is I bought everybody a back plate.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hear it anymore.
About the back plate?
Everybody.
Why does
Lineman,
he have a back
plate. Wideouts, back plate. Quarterback, back plate. Linebackers, back plate.
Yeah.
Everybody got a back plate because I don't want to keep asking about. And then they go out and buy one and they don't ever bring the screws and we're trying to put it on. So I was just like, it's just awesome to show that to the kids. And the kids are like, oh, my God. Yeah. We got painted helmets and back plates? And you're like, well, yeah, at most schools, that's just, every day.
Yeah.
But for us, we got this year, we got something that I'm so excited about at Central. It's so exciting. We got T-shirts and shorts.
I mean, that's big.
That's awesome.
And that's something.
It's perspective, right?
Right, like we got.
Dang, I take stuff for granted. For
yeah,
sure.
I definitely kind of being at East for 7 years.
Yeah, because Hoover gets out no gear at East.
No, I mean I take it for granted.
Yes,
I mean, we're talking about like today we were talking about what coaches are going to wear for pictures Saturday, and we're like, well, what about this black shirt? Well, which black shirt though? Like,
right.
Which logo is on that black shirt?
Right. Yeah.
Because we got it just puts it in perspective.
Do you have checklists for what you're going? I mean, you have it all spelled out, and then you have to put it on checklist, and you got to hand it to your
wardrobe consultant.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we need one sometimes, but I mean, that's fantastic. Like
T-shirts and shorts, and now we look like a team when we're out at practice.
Yeah.
We have on gray shorts, we have on a blue shirt, and now it looks like we all belong together. And we got it for everybody, and all the sports now have T-shirts and shorts because there was no practice gear.
Yeah.
And and now that we are really trying to service the kids like as we should, and with this huge grant from Di Pasquale and more, it's huge for us because we shot a commercial for him. Okay. So we were at Southeast High School, all the KCK schools and all the KCPS schools. And we're all out there, and it's a coach and like 4 or 5 players, and we're all, we stand there and we all yell, "Mike's got this!" Like that's about it. But to see all of us, and I complain about the money situation, in KCPS. To see our uniforms compared to what the kids from KCK were wearing, like KCK kids had like Riddell uniforms, like the Harmon's team, like the iron-on numbers were falling off, and you're like, man. I'm complaining about something. I'm so blessed every day just to have these uniforms that we have for the kids. And so to see that and to see that they're going to have a chance now to get new gear, that's big for us in the inner city. It is really huge for us to get money. Money's tight. Okay? We're not Blue Springs. We're not Blue Springs South. We're not Liberty. Mm-hmm. We're not Park Hill. We're central, and we're right down there at 31st and Linwood, and that's where we hang out. And so, getting the extra equipment that everybody takes for granted. Next year, with this money, this grant money, I'm buying an end zone camera.
Which, I mean, again, huge.
The camera's probably not that as expensive as the lift, right?
The lift, yeah, the camera and the lift.
How much
that's
is
a couple
the
of thousand. That's $3,000.
We bought all new video stuff this year, even though stuff we had was only a couple years old. It was kind of glitching out. So rather than try to fix it or scrounge around, we're just like, we'll get a new one.
Yeah, we were like,
and you don't think about that when somebody's in your spot, like you're just scrounging for what you can get.
Well, now I know, DJ, why my daughter's at East. Now I know why the cross-country gear prices just went up. They went up $20 since 2 years ago. Because this new equipment.
Somebody had to have another end zone camera.
I'll tell you, though, the most expensive high school sporting event I ever went to was at the Jayhawks cross-country track. And the Jayhawks charge, not the Sunflower Conference, the Jayhawks charge $20 per person. No, it's $10 per person to get in the gate to go
for
watch
a cross country meet.
Yeah,
wow,
$10.
Should have just got a drone.
And then I had to take my 2 daughters and my wife out to dinner, which was another $60.
Yeah,
there's no place cheap to eat in Lawrence.
Yeah. No, well there is, but you don't want to go to those places.
Bill to go to a cross country meet.
Yeah,
and, people don't understand. Like you're talking about the gear. People that are outside of football, like they don't get what that means to a kid or for a team to be able to say, hey, we're wearing gray shirts, gray shorts, or black shirts, gray shorts. Like they don't understand that that's where it starts.
Yeah.
I mean, high school football, like I kind of started off with, it's about more than football, but people don't get that. Like that's a little thing. Like that shows, hey, we're unified. We're together.
We can go out and look the same.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing is just to go out and look the same. Because we just don't go out and look the same because we're all just, hodgepodged out. And we're just random wherever we're at. We're just random. And now that we can get, like this year's been tough. because there was not a whole lot of high school football last year.